everyone, hope you have an absolutely great day. So today I'm going to be going on quite a big bike ride today. I'm going to be cycling over to my auntie's farm. She's allowed me to stop in her fields, and with the new restrictions slowly being released, we'll be allowed to actually leave home and go about. So we're still going to remain socially distant and still looking after ourselves. She's introduced a few new farm animals, so I look forward to showing you guys that. But just before then, better tidy up my hair a bit. Hopefully going to get that quick cut. And then afterwards, since it's going to be absolutely beautiful sunny day, it should hopefully be a very, very cool ride. I think with this one, since I've been using my previous, almost like touring bike, I wouldn't say a mountain bike, more of a hybrid sort of bike. It's quite a heavy bike. And I think for that sort of distance, and since I'm going to be carrying a couple of stuff with this, I think I'd rather have a bit more of a lighter bike. So this time I'm going to be using my racer, which I'll show you in a minute. So I look forward to using it. I've just put some new tyres on it, one that's got a special cover over it, so it should be a bit more protective in regards to puncture resistant stuff. Fingers crossed, but it does feel and look the part, and so I look forward to testing out. So let's go. Well, that's it. The first leg of the journey's over. I've just arrived at my dad's. I'm just about to get my hair cut. However, just typical of my dad, immediately starts roping me in with a couple of jobs. Oh, while you're here, you can shift this bed, you can shift this. So had to get that over and done with, but it's not too bad. The bike has been running well. Since I've got brand new tyres, I had to make sure I had to kind of wear them a bit, because I must admit when I was pedalling before, it was kind of like ice skating before, especially with like a load of like weight on the back. It's a lot more wobbly, so I have to be very cautious with that. So that's a lesson learned. Might have to adjust the seat a little bit because I'm not getting as much full extension when I'm pedalling, so I'll try and get that sorted before I set off, but doing well so far. Right, enjoy this side of the hair. I'm going to have a nice little trim. 3, 2, 1. So, what do you reckon? Yeah, I feel like a new man now. Just trim off the sides, maybe I'll thin out the beard a bit later on when I get home, but yeah, not too bad. I'm quite enjoying actually having a bit more length than the top actually. No. What do you guys reckon? Right, let's carry on with the video. Wind's pretty strong. Probably won't be filming that much because otherwise I probably won't make it in time. But hopefully I'll try and get in before the rains come in. It's quite a lot of clouds cover. Brought my raincoat just in case, but you know, you never know. Fingers crossed I'll get there before it proper kicks off. Alright, see you in a bit. Probably could have done with a gravel bike, but there you go. Well, my legs finally gave out. And one final hill up. Honestly, the route that the sat-nav was taking me here, there and everywhere. And the route that I'm taking now, I know is one mighty hill. And my legs eventually just went nah. So swallowed my pride and just decided to walk the bike up. But I know there's a good downhill descent afterwards, so just pushing through onto that. I'll show you the hill now. Right all the way up there. And massive curve. Hello everyone, hope you're enjoying the video so far. Let's see if I make it, who knows. So since I'm involving a lot more of the autism side of things with these videos, I thought I'd include something that's very, very important to me, and that is something called a communication passport. Now, a communication passport is normally for young children starting at a new school, especially with children with autism. It's basically allowed their teachers to know that what they struggle with, what they're really, really good at, and what they can do to help support them. Now, somebody came up with a bright idea, like since that helps and allows children to move on to a new school, why can't that also work for adults and young adults going into a job or in any form of employment. So with that in mind, I did that recently with my job. So I just basically spoke to my HR saying, look, I have autism, I'd like to try and have a communication passport with my manager to help support me because I'm having a really difficult time with my work. And they said, yep, absolutely. I did that with my a local charity called Daisy Chain, which I'll send a link down at the bottom. And with that, they helped provide me with a communication passport to my manager, and then we had a communication. We had a meeting with somebody from HR and also my manager and myself to basically discuss what I struggle with, what I'm really good at, and then also as well what they could do to help me when I'm going through a difficult time. So I'll give you an example of that. I really struggle with if I know I'm going to be, say for instance, instructing, I'm going to be training some new starters. Yep, excellent, I'm happy to do that. And so then I'll try and relax. I'm knowing I'm not going to be in a major role. And so I'll have that in my mind before I go into my shift. However, if I go into my shift and then all of a sudden it's actually changed, I'm no longer on that job, I'm doing something else, something probably even really busy, my mind will really struggle to get myself into that place. And so with that, I basically said, if you guys are going to change my shift, I'd like to get told as soon as possible to allow me to process it enough before I can actually get into the shift and do the job, or at least give me a minute to calm down and focus on what I need to do, and then I can crack on. They said, yep, they could do that. And I said, I understand it's not always possible, so I am willing to help you guys out and try and be as adaptable as I possibly can. However, you have to understand that this is something I struggle with. I have to somehow really allow myself to really focus on what I'm doing. And that's worked out quite well. They have done at certain times. They've allowed me, saying, look here Jake, we're very short on staff on this side, do you mind helping out? I said, absolutely fine, and it's worked out quite well. I've also said what I was really strong, what my strengths are, that if you tell me on how to do something and train me on something, I will do it to the T, exactly how you showed me. And one thing as well, it really bugs me when people don't follow those rules. I mean, I suppose you could put that as a kind of I wouldn't say a weakness, but something that I kind of struggle with. I have to sometimes have to allow myself that people won't always follow the rules sometimes. And then obviously in regards to the previous video when I said about wearing my ear defenders, I've also included this in regards to my communication passport to basically say, since it's very loud environment, it can make me very anxious and very uncomfortable. Wearing these ear defenders, I spoke with Health and Safety, have allowed me to put these on. I can take a breath and I can carry on with the job, and I can keep calm, and I work out smoothly. And with that in mind, I highly strongly advise and to help promote the communication passport as much as we can. So if you're an employee with autism, or you're an employer who wants to help support people as best you can, a communication passport is a fantastic thing. So basically it comprises of three major things: to find out what they're really good at, what they struggle with, and then finally what you can do to help them support them when they're going through a very difficult time. So with that, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content so far, and let's enjoy the rest of the video. See you later. Well, after a very long bike ride, which was eventful, and also as well, I'm just getting my tent set up. I just thought I want to get it over and done with before I can just chill out and relax. So, just gonna have a quick shower now, and then hopefully feel like a new man, and then afterwards I can show you a bit more on the setup. So, see you in a bit. morning. So I had quite a good night's sleep. It took me quite a long time to get here, but I managed to get here. So I thought I'd quickly show you my bike packing setup. I do excuse for the terrible weather. It's very, very strong winds today. I also excuse any random barking dogs, but I'll try my best. So this is the bike. Set it up in such a way, and I'll show you all the details. So let's go. So the whole theme I've got with this bike was to basically try and spread the weight out as much as I can. I wanted to try and see what it was like to actually bring a tent with me, what it was like to actually bring some spare clothes, etc. And so I try to utilise as much as I can to spread the weight on whatever I had in my bike packing gear. That's not going to get annoying. So in this bag I've got all my tent gear. So I've got the actual oversheet and undersheet through the tent, and also my tent poles and tent pegs all in here. Obviously I wouldn't normally bike ride with my helmet and glasses here. That's just obviously to make it look nice. Brand new seat. It was surprisingly quite comfortable. A lot of people keep asking me what was that like to ride, but you know, as long as you've got padded shorts on, it's fine. Carry on further, make sure it's strapped. I purposely attached it to the seat as much as I possibly can and connected back through the seat, because I found it would still wobble. Although it still wobbled when I was cycling, however, there's not really much else I could do with that. If anyone's got any other tips about that, please let me know. Over here, hydration's key, especially for any long distance cycling. So I've got one like LiQWYD bottle, just obviously keep electrolytes there, and also just tastes a bit different. And obviously my main water bottle source. I probably have to invest in an actual water bottle, but you know, we'll wait and see. Let's see what I can have. I am hoping to eventually invest in what they call a centre pack here, so it goes underneath this main pack here. However, I feel as if that might get into the way of the water bottle, so I don't know, I maybe have to invest in a smaller bottle. Over the front, in this main blue bag here, I've actually got my raincoat. I try to purposely stuff it and then get as much air out as I possibly can. And so if I need it, I just flop it down, unclip it, bosh, there we go, I got my raincoat. Over in the main front bag here, I've clipped it, but also as well to stop the rattling and rotation of it, I found some of these old bungee cords that I had a while ago, and I just attached them to the front of the bike, and it's worked quite well, to be fair. Maybe I might have to just do a couple of jigging about later on, but for the bike ride I had yesterday, it worked very, very well. So inside here, I've got some spare inner tubes, I've got a puncture repair kit, I've got my phone charger, I've got my camera tripod, which I'm using now, and also as well some spare food, like, you know, granola bars and etc. And it's done quite well. I purposely wanted to make sure that I didn't have much interference, so as I was like changing gear or I had my hands here, I had plenty of space on either side, which has worked quite well. The extra padding that I had over on the handlebars has worked absolutely fantastic. Although later on I've had some cramp in my hands these last couple of weeks, but it hasn't really affected that much. My brand new tyres, which I'll send a link down at the bottom, with this extra anti-puncture resistant tyres, have actually worked quite well. It was surprising actually, considering the amount of like glass and potholes and stuff I went over, and I was thinking, oh no, here we go. But it did quite well. So all in all, yep, the bike packing did go well. Do excuse. The bike packing did go well. I tried my best. Maybe definitely certain things I can improve on in the future. However, I think as a setup, it's not too bad. Although I did have a rucksack full of stuff that my sister sent down. That's just like, you know, my actual clothes that I'm wearing now, etc., which I knew for a fact I couldn't fit on the bike. But who knows, maybe in the future, maybe I could try and like spread out a bit more. I mean, if people got any advice, tips, please let me know. Everything I've brought on here, so the saddle bags, etc., and the seat, I'll try and send a link down at the bottom. That is it for today's video, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. I'm afraid the camera did cut out after that, so that's why it's kind of jumped back onto here. So I'm just about to have a nice hot bath now, since my legs are actually right now, but that'll soon get sorted. So if you really enjoyed the video, please give a like and thumbs up. If you please try and share the channel, try and subscribe, and let's see if we can spread awareness to autism and adventure. If you've got any topics you'd like me to try and discuss, please let me know in the comment section down below. And with that, thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you next time.